Hey guys, I'm going to try to keep today's content short and sweet. First and foremost, I want to brag just a little bit. As I announced last night, I got onto the Worth Fire Department. That was an amazing experience. I expected it to be a couple-day process, but they were bringing gear out to me before I even finished filling out the application, so that was pretty cool. And that's going to allow me that when I hear some of those emergency calls come across the radio, it's going to give me the authority to go out there and help where I can. As I've said many times, I am on the ballot for constable in my district. The primary election for that is March 3rd, 2026. So if you were available in District 1 of Sharp County, I would greatly appreciate your vote. Basically, the primary is where it's going to be all at. There is no other opponent outside of the primary. So whoever wins the primary is going to win the general because they don't have any competition. And then here at my day job, here at the school, things are going pretty good. I've collected another job to add to my resume. That gives me 4 just at the school here, so I definitely have plenty of stuff to do. Today's content, I wanted to talk a little bit about gun safety, specifically Arkansas's new law, Act 229. What this law does is it teaches age-appropriate gun safety in public schools. Some people are afraid that this law is going to teach children how to load or handle or fire a firearm, and that's not the case at all. What this is designed to do is to minimize unintended shootings by children, basically just not having the knowledge of how to handle a firearm or how to deal with a firearm when they find it. It's going to teach them, if you find an unsecured firearm, number one, don't touch it. Leave it alone. Don't mess with it. Go tell an adult. Let the adult deal with it. There's a couple other nuances to it, but basically that's what it boils down to. It is to teach children how not to shoot each other by leaving things alone, which honestly their parents should have taught them in the first place, but I digress with that. As far as gun safety in general, the cardinal rule is never point your firearm at anything you do not intend to destroy. Every firearms class I've ever been to, from being a kid to adult, that's number one rule. Don't point your gun at something you don't want to kill. Yeah, I don't really know how to say it any clearer than that. There are a few guns, Glocks. Let's say you're breaking them down. You're taking the slide off of them. And this is, semi-automatic striker fire pistols. Those ones, a lot of times you have to pull the trigger in order to release the mechanism to remove the slide. If you forgot to pull the magazine out, bullets end up in chambers. You have to visually make sure that does not happen. You want to remove the source of ammo. That means if it's got a magazine, drop the magazine. If it's got a mag tube, you want to empty the mag tube. Make sure that there is no way for a round to get into the action. Because that way, whenever you pull the bolt back, that's what happens with the accidental discharge or negligent discharge, however you want to word it. Specifically with Glock and Glock-like guns, you've got to pull the trigger to remove the slide. So if you forgot to take the mag out, you pull the slide back, you look, yep, we're good. You let the slide rock forward. Well, you just chambered around. You pull the trigger, bang, you blow a hole in the wall or you blow a hole in your friend, and you don't want that. So remove the source of ammo, then check your slide. Excuse me. Then check your action. Make sure that there is no round. You want to visually inspect it, slide, bolt, hinge, whatever action it is. Physically open it up, look in there, make sure that there is nothing. If you got a magazine, look down the mag tube, or look down, just make sure that there's nothing in there. Don't point it at anything. This includes whenever you're not physically holding it. It can be in your hand, it can be in a holster, it can be a rifle in a sling on your shoulder. I don't know how many of you actively carry a firearm, but it's nothing to have a rifle slung on your shoulder, muzzle pointed up, and you see something on the ground and you bend over to pick it up. Well, when you're bent over, anybody that's in front of you, you just flagged them. And while your gun's not likely to go off without somebody's finger on the trigger, it happens. Accidents are accidents. Accidents happen. and we don't want them to happen to you. So anyway, we're at the 5-minute mark, so I'm going to go ahead and get off my soapbox. We will talk to you guys later.